everyone. My name is Callie and I was Sparrow Creek's first bride. My parents brought this property to retire on, but when I got engaged in 2011, there really were no other venue options in my hometown of Graham. Even though we've got the PK Lake right next door, the Wildcatter, great activities and resorts, something for the average bride looking to have that elegant country ranch wedding just wasn't available. To be honest, my options at the time were truly the country club, which I'd been to less than 5 times in my entire life, and the old folks home, which is where I had my prom. So neither of those were quite hitting the bell whenever it was time for me to get married. On the property, my dad had already wanted to build a barn to keep all the things that a ranch needs, but also to work on his muscle cars. So, a big family decision, we gathered around the bonfire and decided in late 2011, when I was trying to get married in May 2012, that yes, we were going to put up a barn as our reception venue and be able to get married here on the property in our beautiful hillside grove. So one thing that makes Sparrow Creek incredibly special is that my dad, Kevin, has built pretty much the entire thing alone with some very special helpers and honorable mentions, Alan, Les, and several others that have been really important over the years. But every board that you see, every piece of tin, all the lights, the door handles, on and on and on, those materials come from his life in the salvage industry. Going out, purchasing cars, moving salvage, and along the way, when he sees something that he thinks is beautiful, like an old barn that's about to be torn down, he's collected those materials over 40 years, waiting for something like this. So whenever you get the tour and you actually come out in person, you're gonna see all of that. Everything from bridge girders that are from the 1920s, maybe even earlier, Carnegie steel, and then of course the repurposed material, the barn wood that is all in the interior of the main barn, the grand room and walls in the ceiling in the bridal room and in the kitchen. All of those things are super special. I've been able to have the pleasure of being able to work with our couples for the last 8 years. So after I had my own wedding here, several of our family members wanted to use it and friends, and so that happened a little bit. And then after that, we started getting calls from Midland, Abilene, Fort Worth, and all over that were asking if they could come and use the barn for their wedding reception, and then there were ceremonies out here as well. And so my dad and I just decided after about a year in that we were going to be serious about this and invest our energy, our time, and our resources into completing it out. At the time for my wedding, we didn't have built-in bathrooms, the wood wasn't on the interior, really nothing that you see now was there whenever I got married, but that's okay. The chandeliers were here and the structures were here, and it was an incredible time. Most of my guests actually came from Virginia and Houston, and so that just gives you a note that Graham is a wonderful place to have a destination wedding. So once you're booked with us at Sparrow Creek Ranch, one of the great benefits is that I get to walk with you hand in hand along with my sister, my dad, and my mom and help you make your dream wedding happen. We have incredible
didn't realize it was so thick. And I actually buried this loader in my truck getting it out. But I think this is going to make a super cool fire pit. I think I'm going to cut it off too tall. I'm going to cut it down here. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. But it's going to work. And it's going to be super cool. I like the big bolts. I think it's neat. And it's there. Well, I've had the doors up for a little bit now. And just kind of looking over them. Linda actually found these. They were at the old jailhouse in Graham. It was it's an old rock building, one of the oldest buildings still in Graham. And I asked some of the people, I think at one time it was actually even an Oldsmobile house at one time, back in the late 20s, early 30s. But the people that had it had taken them down and had them in the back. The glass was all busted in them. And in here, this was an old, I don't know, kind of an off, rotten peach color. And Constance was down here this weekend and decided she wanted to put some flat white on it. I think it turned out pretty good. I like it. When we had left all the other colors, I just like the way things blend like that. You'll notice, these doors used to be hinged. Rubber hinges. But I just took the hinges and welded the back of the hinge, shut, and put a piece of angle on there. But when I put it on there, it just squared off. It didn't look good. So I come back and 45'd it here. And I think that made it look pretty well. And then I've got a scrap yard that I get a lot of this stuff from. And there was a bunch of stuff came in, and some of these handles were in there. I thought they worked out pretty well. And then another little deal. There's an old lumber yard. I think it was Wignall's. They had a kind of estate sale. And at the end of it, there was just boxes and boxes of screws and bolts. And I ended up making a deal and getting those. But the reason I did, these are all just rounded, black oxide looking wood screws. They were all different sizes. I've used some of them on the trim too, but they just worked out really nice. The glass was all busted. I just cut these not too long ago. I don't know. I think I'll leave them clear. At first I thought about frosting them, but I think I'm just going to leave them clear. I'm always out, whenever I'm out buying cars for K&K for the auto salvage place, I'm always looking for stuff. I think I bought an old tractor and maybe an old Chevrolet truck, pretty sure. Anyway, I noticed out in the field this is not super old, but it's pretty old. Barn rail, just barn door rail. But it'd been out and it's aged, and I got it to clean up, and it really turned out nice. Now, I don't know if it started out kind of a silver color and then it edged, or it just is always, but I think it turned out pretty nice. But those doors got some cool history to them.